All right, so here we are in the third theorem of the circle theorems. What does the third theorem say? It says that the sum of the angles a chord subtends at the circumference of opposite segment of a circle is equal to 180 degrees. So basically, this is what the theorem is saying. Now let's consider this chord AB. All right, so this is the chord I'm talking about over here. But please note, it looks as if it is a diameter, but this is not a diameter. Why? Because we never mentioned anything like that. And I've already told you that if a diameter is not mentioned, do not assume a particular chord to be the diameter of the circle. So here we are. This is chord AB. And as you can see, this angle over here is formed by this chord. And then this angle down here is also formed by this chord. So in this situation, if this is A and then this is B, we are saying that when we add them, we are getting 180 degrees. So basically, this is what the third theorem is saying. So right here, it means that A plus B is giving us 180 degrees. As simple as that. All right. So again, don't assume that this is a diameter, because if this was to be maybe a diameter, this statement would have changed, because straightly this one would have been a 90 degrees, and we'll get there soon. All right, so this is what the theorem is saying. So quickly, let's move on to example. All right, so let's just say we are given this problem and we have to find the value of x. So as usual, you have to ask ourselves which chord is forming the angle we are looking for. So when we trace like this, you notice that it is called AB, which is forming this angle we are looking for. In the same way, this is what we have. All right, so just as I said earlier, what do we have and what are we looking for? We are looking for this one and we have this one. So let's consider the chord which actually formed the angle that we have. So when we trace like this, you notice that it's the exact same chord. But this time around, they are opposite to each other. So which of the properties will work? The third property, which states that the angles a chord subtends at the circumference of opposite segment is equal to 180 degrees. So with that being said, it means that when we sum 120 and then x, we are getting 180 degrees. So basically, this is what we are saying. So here, we are going to subtract 120 from both sides of the equation so that this and this will go. And we have x equal to 180 minus 120. This is just 60 degrees. So as you can see, it means that this angle over here is 60 degrees. All right, and it's not always the case that the chord should be like this. Sometimes it can be like this, it can be anything. Okay, so quickly, let's look at example like that. So assuming we have this, so let's just say this angle right here is 110 degrees, and then this is y, and we have to look for angle y. So basically, we ask ourselves, what do we have and what are we looking for? This is what we have, and we are looking for y. So which chord formed the angle that we have? So when we trace like this, it is this chord over here. Maybe once we are solving it, we can give it a name, maybe AB, chord AB, all right? Then which chord form the angle we are looking for? When we trace like this, you notice that it's the same chord and they are opposite to each other, right? So in this situation, because the third law says if the angles formed by a chord are opposite to each other on the circumference of the circle, their sum should give us 180. So it means that we are going to have 110 plus y should give us 180 degrees. Then when we subtract 110 from both sides of the equal sign, this and this will go. We have y equal to 180 minus 110. That is obviously 70 degrees. And it is always important to bring the degrees. All right. So this is what the third theorem is saying. And it's not difficult at all, guys. So let's keep going.